All right, I'm now joined by head women's volleyball coach Jenny Michael as we get set now for the 2018 season, just a few days away. Coach Michael, so just to start things off, kind of give us your initial thoughts on the season.
Oh man, I'm super excited. From day one, there's been a great energy and a great vibe with this group. We've been training really hard. We've been paying attention to detail, and I just can't wait to see them put it all together when it counts, under the lights kind of thing on the gym floor against somebody else.
You have 7 players that made at least 24 appearances last season. How has that continuity been beneficial in this preseason and then looking ahead to the season?
It's been very unique because we do have a lot of people returning, but yet there seems to be a newness. As I mentioned, just a different aura, a different vibe. So the young ladies that we've had coming in that are new to the program, they've somewhat seamlessly entered in for the most part, and it's been really, really nice.
One of the returners that obviously stands out is Erica Whitaker, the Academic All-American of the Year, as well as coming off of a season where she broke the single-season program Diggs record. What does it mean to have a player of her caliber back, both in terms of the person she is and the player on the court?
Red is a pillar for consistency. She comes in, she works hard, and you know what you're going to get. She's going to be all over the floor. She's going to have some fire, have some passion about what she does, and it's really exciting. We're very fortunate to have her and very happy that she has at least one final season with us. We'll miss her when she's gone, but something that we've really enjoyed seeing too is her taking that leadership level to the next pillar in the sense of helping prepare some of her teammates for when she's gone.
6 of the 7 top players from last year's team in terms of kills per set are back, but you don't have a ton of experience coming back on the roster in terms of the setter position. So kind of in this preseason, how have you seen that connection between your hitters and the setters, the 3 setters on the roster, develop?
Yeah, it's something to develop. I think is a good word that you use there because it's something we're still developing and will continue to develop throughout the season. I feel confident that where we are, even though season is starting this weekend, that we're going to continue to progress and we're going to be even better by the time the season end comes about.
Are there any newcomers in particular? I mean, we talk a lot about the veterans and returners, but are there any newcomers in particular that you have seen develop and come along in the preseason that you might expect to have a big role on the team this year?
Honestly, all of the newcomers that have been healthy and able to practice and train, they've all been contributing well in practice and improving, and I think we'll have a chance to see them do some stuff this fall.
You spent a lot of time this preseason, we talked about this on the podcast this preseason, kind of focusing on some of the pillars of the program, the goals, the expectations, how you carry yourself, all that stuff. So what are the goals and the expectations for this team heading into the season?
Well, as far as goals, our goal on a daily basis as well as weekly, that turns into monthly and even seasonally, is to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be mentally, physically, and emotionally. And if you really pay attention, I know we were speaking before about details and that there are no small details because everything matters. If you focus in on that on a daily basis, then great things can happen for you individually and amazing things can happen for you as a team. So as far as goals go, that's really our main focus is centering around that. And then we've got some core values that we're working on, and there's been times already in preseason. One of the things that I've really enjoyed about this preseason is we've had a really good mix of success and failure. Just kind of that humbleness that I feel you need to check and balance and say, hey, okay, we failed at this. It's not about failing, it's about how we respond to that failure. So I've really enjoyed preseason for those successes and failures and excited to see us through the season.
The season gets started Friday here. Obviously, you're not expecting to see the best version of the Lady Rail Splitters that day, but what are you hoping to see when they take the court that evening?
Well, I hope we see the best version of ourselves in that moment, and hopefully that best version by the time November comes around is better than what our best selves are in August and September, absolutely. So I want us to be able to work on some things that are values to us, be able to communicate. That's a big, communication is a big value for us, and then especially being able to focus on selflessness and unity. So being a team and being able to play for each other and for our fans, and for a really big cause for us on Saturday where we've got a fundraiser going on, and just the cause and the meaning, how near and dear to our heart that is all about, and just realize that while sports is a facility for us to participate in and express ourselves, it's also so much bigger than than ourselves when you think about the big picture and some of those things.
Well, the season does get going against Belmont Abbey at 4 p.m., then King immediately after at 6 p.m. on Friday at Mary Mars Gym. So, Coach, we'll be talking to you throughout the season. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.